was the attack you
7 range is pretty good.
Yeah, but don't want to use it just yet. So, yeah, let's just get rid of this guy. But then again, considering Pegasus isn't really much of a character so much as a device anyway, meh.
Even so, Pegasus fits better as a name. A lot better.
It does, but it's not that heinous of a crime.
No, but it's another point for silly tacked on.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, they kinda is. This ain't Power Rangers.
It's very similar.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Power
it
Rangers
is.
is an art. No. Oh god, no.
Ah, shit. No, I didn't want to move you there.
Well, you get nuked. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna go cringe audibly.
Okay. Calvina, you deal the last blow. Yeah, you don't need a support attack. I don't know. What do you think, Sheena? Do you prefer the dub or the sub? Nabisco. Does anyone else really need a repair? Not really. So yeah, just repair Dan again. Can it even reach anything? No, it can't. So ECS. Alright. Domon, get in there. No, not the Vulcans, Domon. That would be terrible.
Look at how little Domon gives a shit.
Pretty much. But yeah, just to kind of close it all out, I just prefer the dub because I don't know, it just makes it more enjoyable for me to watch. Because with the sub, it's just misery all the time. And
It's one of the only You finish.
no, go on.
It's like the only miserable anime that I can enjoy unironically.
I don't know.
Like, fucking Valve Rave is a knee slapper.
like, I don't know. For me, it just keeps hammering you, and it's just, I don't know, it just gets tiring for me to watch.
It's effective.
Whereas with the dub, I think they find that balance. So.
I don't know. You've got Takaya cracking random jokes and then flipping to homicidal mode on a whim. It's a bit much.
It's not that jarring. Honestly,
Depending on scene. You know,
really, here's basically how it goes. Whenever he's not fighting, it's seriousness time, pretty much. Whenever he is fighting, unless there's like a really important plot thingy, then basically he and whoever he's fighting are basically just talking smack to each other.
It's kind of Whiplash.
Not really.
It kind of is.
Nah, because they're spaced out. So.
I'm dead serious. But then when I get into murder mode, I'm cracking jokes and being silly. If anything, it's backwards.
Nah, because when he's untransformed is usually when they do the plot stuff. And not to mention, you know, him having humor about his situation, it's a coping mechanism, so.
Which is why it would make sense when there's downtime, not in battle.
Not to mention, he's usually just ramming down random mooks, so why not have some humor about it?
Why would you? Those are the things he hates more than anything in the world.
Well, technically, he hates Tekman Omega the most, but hey.
Just bleed random. There we go.
So
get with that.
But hey, whatever. And it's funny because even Tekman Blade 2's dub, while a lot more faithful, it still changed a few things. Granted, the changes there were a bit more weird than anything else.
Well, the thing with 2 is, like, what's there to fuck up? 2 had one good plot. One.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you can do to fuck that up. Terminology is irrelevant with those two because it doesn't factor in until the ass end. Honestly, most of the fights in Blade 2 were completely irrelevant. We had like 2 that mattered, and in one of them, Blade got his ass kicked hard, which was... that still shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of insufferable about this game?
What?
It's a minor point, but Pegasus ends up over-leveling Blade.
That is weird.
That always irked the fuck out of me.
That is weird.
No, it's because we get these little sections where Pegasus gets an extra level or so, and he levels up faster. Like, when they're combined, they get the same EXP and have the same growth rate. But any bonus Pegasus had carries over.
So, when do I get the map attack version of VMAX anyway?
Laser Mark 2 only.
Okay.
And powered laser don't have shit.
It just kind of looks a little different. That's about it.
And that's the biggest sad thing, because you need Laser Mark 2 to keep him competitive. No friendship bonus, hit rate problems.
Oh my god, I still love this movement.
I ain't seen nothing. You should play my god tier Belzaloop. 11 fucking movement. Like 10 plus range. Shit's bonkers.
Ow, shit. Ow, shit. How are you getting hit?
Calvina, the ace pilot.
Seriously.
Calvina, we're getting hit. Put your hands back on the controls. I can't even make myself.
Why don't we just give up?
Like, I want to give up too, but... Shit, at least Millie's a decent support pilot, unlike Noel.
Yeah, Tina's pretty cool.
Who?
That's what the dub named her.
Fine.
The only human characters they did not rename, strangely enough, were General Colbert.
Colbert.
Well, they call him Colbert, so I guess it's technically a change then. And Balzac. At least if I recall correctly. Those are the only two they didn't change.
It's a shame about Balzac. He was a decent character. But he's a fucking Saltec, man.
Yeah, so he's
So,
expendable.
yeah. Expendable is the biggest understatement. I wouldn't even go out of my way to throw him away. Just let him linger.
Like, it's really telling that in W, the game where every unit is good, if not broken, the Soul Tekkamen still suck.
You can't fix crap. They are literally a worse version of the Blue Earth. Their attacks are actually completely equivalent. And I mean that. I mean damage values, range, crit rate, everything. Even energy cost. They all get the Fermion Cannon. That's their super moves.
And they have a team attack.
I don't give a shit. Nobody's ever gonna use both Soul Tekkamen. And they're slow. And they're locked to the ground. Who the fuck? Hey, you know how I said the brains have to go way out of their way to actually use chakra extension effectively?
Uh-huh.
And they do. It's the same exact argument, but for garbage. I don't mean lackluster, I mean literal garbage.
Yeah.
Shit, man, at least the brains are decent units on their own.
It's almost like they should...
Spectacular, fuck.
It's almost like they shouldn't have bothered with the techno suits at all.
Who the fuck used the Soul Tekkamen?
Some asshole who... Well, apparently Null is, like, a really popular character, so maybe people who just really love him. I don't know.
I'd put him in the Blue Earth.
So would
I'm
I.
not gonna use the Soul Tekkamen. They're some of the worst units in the game. How do you do that?
By making them suck horribly.
But they did in the show. They should have skipped it. Shit. You should have been able to just go, no, get your ass back in the Earth.
Not
helping anybody on the ground.
Like I said, it's especially weird too, considering that the techno suits were based off of the Birdmen suits from Oregon, and they were actually worth a shit.
Well, remember, in Oregon is actually damageable. Like, he's crazy good, but you can hurt him.
Yeah.
You can't do that with the Tekkamen. You flat out can't. Nuclear weapons just bounce off them. I seriously think that missile bounced a little before it hit the ground.
Plump.
You didn't even flinch, man.
All right, I'm eliminated.
If nothing else, you'd think the missile would cause him to, like, tip over or something, then just rise back up like fucking Frankenstein.
Yeah.
No. Doesn't even move.
Evil Volteca! Out of context, that's so great. Is it not
I mean,
streaming?
we call them... It's funny, but we call it the Psy Volteca. Get it right, Takaya.
Speaking of which, I can't believe I didn't catch it before, but Blade's human name in the dub is hilarious, knowing what we know nowadays. His human name in the dub is Nick Carter. For those of you who don't know, Nick Carter is one of the Backstreet Boys.